Hey, I want to do a couple floors of the Sanada Trials. I'm actually going to be doing most of this on stream. Right now the game plan is to just go through it with Kenshin so that I can get a bunch of money and get a bunch of the Bushin styles leveled up. And then after that, I'll go through the campaign with Kenshin and complete all the objectives so that I can get the personal styles for everybody, which has the personal items from 4. Yeah, you have to finish all the objectives before you can get the personal Bushin style, and I haven't really done that yet, so that's going to be the next thing I do in this game. One thing I forgot to mention is all the weapons are completely cosmetic. You can use whichever one you want, and they don't have any stats attached to them at all. And all the old Basara characters, I can actually show you guys really quick. Hold on. All the characters from the last game, pretty much all their DLC costumes and their weapon DLC is available for free in the game. Like here's the Japanese pro wrestling one. I also have the Nunchaku skin, which I don't believe you could get without the Japanese pro wrestling skin. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna go through with Yukimura. Just a couple floors here. It's also nice, I forgot to mention this before, but you can choose any floor you want. So if you don't want to go through the boring part, you can get up to the more interesting part. I think I chose the first floor, not quite sure yet. Yeah, I did. One of the things One Sanitarium and I really dislike about this game, I don't mean to rag on the game, it's definitely still very fun. If you don't like how much health the bosses have, you can just check out his channel. He's got a video of him doing like a 1.5-minute long combo on a Masayuki in the story, and he survived the whole thing. It's pretty ridiculous how much health they have. Kind of makes the game feel a little padded, I guess you could say. So as you can see in the corner, you get little objectives that are the same every time. And if you finish those, then you get a bonus for your Monsen coins. Other than that, it's pretty much just a straight bloody palace. I've seen the whole thing thanks to One Sanitarium. I didn't play much yesterday because I was busy with DFO. Hence why I just put up a random Lancer video instead of this. But I saw him play through it, and it's pretty much gimmick-free. Which is nice. It's something this series has definitely needed for a long time. And also I should mention in that video, he was using a Bushin style that gave him an extra 3,000 attack, and it still took that long to deplete 1 health bar. Makes the game a lot slower than I think what was intended. But you can see how fast it goes. There is a little bit of time for it to... takes a little bit of time for it to calculate your bonus time and your objective, but it moves pretty fast. Overall, I'm very pleased with this so far. Now, from what one sanitarium told me, he said that basically, if you want to get money, you just play through this with Kenshin, and it takes about half an hour to go through it. And you get enough to buy a pretty significant amount of items, like your Monsen styles, money to max out the Monsen styles, and things like that. But you've seen me play as Kenshin 1,000 times at this point with all the speedruns and stuff that I did for Sumeragi. So I wanted to have a little more variety so that you guys can see this new mode. We can see how much health he's got. Pretty crazy. Apparently only the last 10 floors are on the hardest difficulty, so you get a bit of time to mess around with the character and not be under too high urgency. Probably gonna stop after the next few floors. These guys are my least favorite enemies. I don't know what Yukimura's personal Bushin style does in this, but I think it's something to do with his Heavenly Wings follow-ups. I think you can do them faster or something. I will definitely make some videos about the personal Bushin styles when I have the chance. You don't seem to get a significant bonus for completing the bonus objective, so it's not something that you should go out of your way to do. It's at your own discretion, basically.
指先までをも犯してゆく。少し油を冷やさぬか。これでは我が追いつけぬ。遡れ。もう一度木漏れ日のようなあの日々に。我が本当に求めたのはスイッと攻めてこい。ここで回らなきゃどこで舞うんだい。
As you can see, it's kind of hard to control him when you get your follow-ups going. Definitely takes quite a bit of finesse and just some general practice time before you can really control crowds with him. It's definitely a little bit harder than it was before. Alright, this is going to be the last floor. You guys get the point. But you can see how fast-paced it is. It's fun. Maybe a little bit more downtime than DMC4, but not enough to really be annoying. You've seen there's been basically no gimmicks at all, just straight combat. But as I've said countless times, you're going to hear me complain about it a lot, is that there's no tag mode, which definitely kills a lot of the replay value I'm going to have with this inevitably. I wish that was not the case, but not having tag mode, finally having just a gimmick-free, mode where you can do combat and stuff, is really going to hurt the replay value for this, unfortunately. But in the next few days, once I think I'm going to finish out that DFO Lancer event, I only have like 6 levels to go before I finish the event, and I may or may not do it. Regardless, throughout next week, rather this week, by the time you guys see this, I'll be working on the post-game content for this. I want to unlock the personal Bushin styles, and then mess around in the Bloody Palace. So that's probably going to be it for this game, really. One Sanitario, he played the game, he said, for 26 hours, and he got the Platinum. So, obviously, he's a very skilled Basara player. He doesn't really have any difficulty grasping the game, but still, it's very light on content. It's kind of odd, like I said, the asking price for this is pretty excessive for what it offers. Even if you're into the combat, it's kind of it's a very limiting game simply because even the new characters, as you can see here, do not have full movesets. They're missing 2 R2 attacks and the L1 and square from Sumeragi, which is very odd that they took that out. I'm not sure why why that happened, but even in the core gameplay, it's very limiting to not have a full moveset, simply because on any difficulty higher than normal, there's still the 3 move limit. If you repeat a move 3 times in a combo, they will tech out, and you have 3 less moves to work with. Now, obviously, some R2s were not, they were not attack moves, they were buff moves or counters or stuff like that, but still, not having a full moveset is definitely really hurting this game. I'd say adult Yukimura suffers from it a lot less, simply because he has the very deep Heavenly Wings mechanic, but characters like Masamune and especially Masayuki, they feel very limited simply because they don't really have that many moves to work with. Masayuki in particular has a couple moves, I think 2 moves where he does not even attack, so you have a very stale repetition or rotation with your move set. I hope that this game will will inspire them to improve on the good things that they added. The mechanics for some of the characters are really nice. I really like the Sanada trial so far. I haven't even finished it yet. This is the farthest that I've been since I was more focused on getting out the mechanics explanations for you guys. But it is very fun. I've seen it in its entirety, and there's no gimmicks, there's no BS. The main problem is just how much health the bosses have. But I guess you can partially alleviate that with the Bushin styles. If you're able to keep your Bushin style up and you have one that gives you a nice attack buff, then you can pretty much just steamroll the bosses. In the campaign, it is more of an issue, as you saw in my final level video that I did for the campaign, how much health like Nobuyuki had. He had like a total of like 4 or 5 health bars, and it took a pretty significant time to deplete even one. It's definitely one of the things we really don't like about this game, and maybe, you know, they will be nice and they'll add in tag mode, but if you just want straight combat, I can definitely recommend this game. It's just that, you know, if you like the tag mode too, which is obviously a big part of the franchise, it's been in the game since Utage, then you're going to be disappointed because it's not here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little showcase of Sanada Trials. What I'm going to be doing from here on out on stream, you know, intermittently with all the DFO stuff that I'm doing, is I'll be working on getting all the personal Bushin styles for everybody, especially for the new characters, so that I can explain those as well. And that will probably be it for the guides. There's not really a whole lot else to cover in this game. It's a very I wouldn't call it a, you know, a simple game, but there's not really a whole lot to it. There's not really a whole lot to cover. Raindrops has already translated pretty much all the Japanese heavy stuff, so you can go over to their guide if you want translation stuff for that. I will go ahead and link to that in the description. What I will be covering from here on out is the personal Bushin styles for the new characters, and yeah, from there on out it's probably just going to be random footage. Anyway, see you guys later. Peace.